Hello, listeners. Welcome back to another episode of First Test Drive. I'm your host, Clausiana Wertz, and today we have an exciting topic for you: why you need a slim, slank plan. I'm thrilled to have productivity expert Leora Dale join us to share her insights. How are you today, Leora? Hi, Clausiana. I'm doing great. It's wonderful to be here and talk about something that's so important for everyone embarking on a wellness journey. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to have you. We're diving into creating a personal, slim, slank plan without dieting. Last time, we touched on the impact of traditional diets, but today, let's explore how creating a personalized plan can be a game changer. Leora, maybe you can start us off with why personalized approaches are so crucial. Absolutely, Clausiana. In my field of productivity, and certainly in weight management, one size does not fit all. Everyone has unique needs, habits, and lifestyles. A personalized plan respects that individuality and tailors strategies that align with their life, rather than forcing them into rigid frameworks. That makes so much sense. In terms of weight loss, the damage that can be done by following a one-size-fits-all diet is significant. When you create a plan that considers who you are, it becomes not just about losing weight, but about understanding yourself better. Have you seen any parallels in your work? Definitely. Whether it's project management or personal habits, when people embrace a system that they can stick with long-term because it aligns with their natural tendencies, the results are so much more sustainable. And there's a joy in that process. They're not just ticking off boxes, but living, you know? Exactly. And it's interesting how that joy you mentioned can really transform your mindset towards weight loss. It's not about deprivation, it's about enhancing your life. This brings us to the topic of body image. I've found that when women start tracking progress in unique, personal ways, their confidence grows organically. Have you seen shifts in mindset with productivity shifts as well? Oh, absolutely. It's quite profound. When people start organizing in ways that reflect their personal style, it's empowering. Suddenly, they're not failing a system. The system works for them. And self-esteem flourishes because they're accomplishing things on their own terms, a bit like what happens when someone finds a weight management routine tailored to their needs. Yes, it's like the consistency builds trust in oneself. I remember, during my weight loss journey, shifting my focus from food rules to lifestyle habits made everything easier and more relaxed. It wasn't about strict do's and don'ts, but more about progression. Speaking of which, let's tackle emotional eating. It's something many people struggle with. How should one approach it in a slimmer, more slank-friendly plan? Emotional eating is such a complex issue because it involves understanding triggers, being mindful of moments when you're turning to food for comfort rather than nourishment. Creating a slim, slank plan can integrate techniques to recognize those moments. Imagine having a toolbox ready with strategies to pause and assess what's happening, offering alternatives to eating that still address the emotional need. I love that idea, a toolbox. For me, once I grew more aware of my triggers, I replaced stress snacking with small acts of self-care like taking a walk or writing in a journal. That change shifted the focus from food as a fix to solving the underlying issue. Have you seen similar shifts in behavior with task management? Definitely. Substituting healthy responses for old habits is like upgrading workflows. When someone postpones stressful, repetitive tasks with breaks or creative outlets, the productivity reflects personal well-being similar to what happens in weight management. That's such a powerful comparison. I think when people recognize the flexibility in creating these personal plans, whether for health or productivity, it changes the game. They become less about failure and more about fit, you know? Have you tips for listeners who feel overwhelmed by starting this kind of process? Absolutely. Starting small and being kind to yourself, integrating one new habit at a time, and truly celebrating when it sticks. Also understanding that setbacks aren't failures, they're opportunities to refine and adjust. It's professionalism, self-development, and personal life merged into a delightful concoction of continuous growth. That's inspiring, Leora. It resonates so well with how I guide my clients progress over perfection. True personal growth comes from embracing that imperfection and using it to fuel forward momentum. Before we wrap up, any last words of wisdom for our listeners? Just to remember that you are in control of your life's direction. It's your script. Capture those small victories and use them to ignite larger changes. No matter where you start, every step in your personalized path is a victory. And more than that, it's okay to ask for help when you need it. There's strength in community. Thank you, Leora, for joining us today and sharing so much wisdom and practical advice. It's been a real pleasure exploring how personal slim slank plans can truly transform our lives. And thank you to all our listeners for tuning in. Remember to take those small steps toward a healthier life. Until next time, take care and celebrate the journeys, big or small.